Hello, my name is Ryderheim. I work as a senior analyst at the Swedish Work Environment Authority. How does one create the same work environment prerequisites for both women and men? Women and men have the same right to a good work environment, but more women than men are sick listed from work and more women are forced to end their working life early for health reasons. In this presentation I will give some examples how you as an employer can increase the quality of work environment management with a gender perspective. We have also compiled a number of questions that can help you as an employer to see possible risks and shortcomings in the work environment for your employees. Within the framework of our government assignment, the Work Environment Authority has created a number of knowledge compilations. One of the most important results is that research has shown that how the work is organized affects the development of musculoskeletal disorders. Women and men often do different things at work, even if they have the same profession. This is the most important explanation for women having more pain and more MSDs. Biological differences, on the other hand, play only a small role. As an example, female cleaners empty waste paper baskets and dust, while men drive the large cleaning machines. To work preventively musculoskeletal ergonomics in a way that women and men have just as good work environment prerequisites, you as an employer can work to develop the monotonous and repetitive jobs, and where this is not possible, divide work tasks between individuals of both gender so that all have some variation. Design workstations so they suit both men and women, but also lift your gaze and think about what steers who ends up with which working task and has an influence over the organization of just your job. So, why should you as an employer work with work environment in such a way that you highlight which prerequisites men and women have at your place? Well, in addition to being a question about justice, and that you as an employer have an obligation to create equivalent work environment prerequisites for both women and men, research and experience shows that absence from work due to illness is lower in professions with the even gender distribution. The idea of what is allowed and possible for women and men is limiting not just for the possibilities for the individual to develop, but also for companies, organizations and society as a whole. An even distribution of women and men at the workplace is a way of preventing harassment. Workplaces that are educated in dealing with differences and diversity perform many times better compared to a homogeneous group. The really innovative ideas are born through meetings which are characterized by differences. Creativity and efficiency increase when work teams are mixed. And finally, diversity benefits development. In the EU 2020 strategy, it states that discrimination measures when hiring and in the work reduce the accessible workforce and competent resources and cause society as a whole to be affected by slower economic growth. A good start in order to work with this is to find how it looks. One can quite simply start by posting questions to create a picture of where women and men find themselves in the organization and what they do. Here are some examples of questions you can pose to help map your organization. How many employees are there? How many are women? How many are men? What do the women and men do? How does the distribution of women and men look in work, project and development groups? Do women and men have the same positions? And if they do they have the same work task? If women and men do different things, how do the risks look for both women and men respectively in the work task? Something else which is important is how the goal setting for gender equal workplace looks today. Is there a striving for a more even gender distribution between the number of employed women and men? One can also look for other markers which signal to which degree the workplace creates equivalent work environment prerequisites for both women and men. Are there employees who have chosen to work part-time due to shortcomings in the physical or psychosocial work environment? Are there differences between the men and women? As an employer and manager with work environment responsibility, you can also investigate your own operations on the basis of things such as: do all employees have the same possibility to influence their own work situation? How do different operational decisions affect women's and men's vulnerability to different risk and ill health? Do women's and men's opinions and point of views of problems and improvements in the work environment receive the same attention? On our website you can find more information about tools and regulatory frameworks. Tools and checklists can be used to carry out risk assessment of the work environment. I have now talked about what you as an employer can do to see work environment shortcomings and if these affect women and men differently. To make this visible is a good start, but then you as an employer must, together with your management and safety representatives, discuss which goals you have and how you wish to work to avoid one gender being given significance in a way that it creates inequality between women and men. Good luck!